Hi everyone, my name is Kate Kaltup and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. I love coffee, so of course I'm going to love the Coffee Cafe bundle. And the bundle includes, let me move the card for a minute, includes the coffee cup framelits, and I have a couple of missing here because I have those on my Big Shot machine. And then it also includes the Coffee Cafe stamp set. This is in our 2017-18 annual catalog, and in that same catalog you can also purchase the Coffee Break Designer Series paper, which just offers a whole bunch of nice papers. In fact, we are going to be using this soft suede paper with the coffee flora in the background, and then we're also using this these little hearts in this print background. And so let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you the card so you can see what we're going to be creating. The card looks like this, and it's actually a Z-fold card, which means if you hold it up, it looks sort of like a Z as you're opening it up. And so this is the front of the card, and when you open it up, it says, "Life happens, coffee helps." And it's got a few coffee beans scattered on the left-hand side, and the sentiment is actually hidden by this panel that's attached to the Z-fold. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to need to do is some Big Shot work. So the stamping that I need to do is with our coffee cup. So I have some early espresso ink right here. I'm going to ink up my coffee cup, and we'll stamp that right on top of this piece of Whisper White scrap paper. Then what I'm going to do, and I actually did this in advance, is I have my setup right here. So this is what I did. I started with the magnetic platform, then I put my cut plate down, and here is a stamped piece of scrap Whisper White. And then of course I have some other pieces on here. I put another cut plate over the top and ran it through the Big Shot machine. And so what you're going to get is your coffee cup that looks like this. Then you're going to get a lid for your coffee cup, and I used a scrap of early espresso paper to create that. So that looks like that. And then we even have a sleeve for our coffee cup, which is corrugated and everything, just like a real coffee cup sleeve. And the final piece here is just an oval shape that is also part of this framelit set, and that can be for a logo, or in our case we're going to use it to accentuate a corrugated heart that we're going to put on our card. So I'll move this out of the way, and let's go ahead and start doing a little gluing here. So we're going to assemble our little coffee cup first. So I've got some multi-purpose liquid glue. This just works really nice. We're going to add some glue along the top. And then once we have our glue down, we just go ahead and we take this little coffee cup cover, and we're going to set that right over the top of that glue. And we'll wiggle that into place, and then we'll just set this aside. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little green oval, and we are going to glue that right onto that corrugated piece. So again, we're using a little multi-purpose liquid glue, and we're just going to center that in. And that looks pretty good. The next thing we can do is bring our coffee cup back into the picture here. We'll add some glue to the back of this corrugated piece, and we'll put our sleeve on the cup. So we'll just scoot that in until we don't see any more white along the sides, and then we know we have it in the perfect spot. So this is what it looks like so far. Now, as long as we're at it, we're going to go ahead and add our heart piece. Our heart piece comes from the Corrugated Elements, also in the 2017-18 catalog. You'll get 8 hearts, 8 ovals, and 8 tags. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take this cute little corrugated heart. We're going to add a dimensional onto the back of it. And we'll place that on there, and we're going to stick that right on top of our oval piece that's on our coffee cup, just like so. Isn't that cute? I just love it. Now there's not much left to do except put our card together. So we have a 4 1/4 inch by 11 inch piece of crumb cake that I've scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So I'm going to grab my bone folder. We'll fold along the score line here, So we basically are folding our card in half, and then we're going to take that second score mark, and that is the 2 3/4 inch score mark, and we'll give that a press with the bone folder as well. So we are creating our Z fold that you can see here. Now we're going to take some of the Coffee Break Designer Series paper. This is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and we're going to put that down onto that front Z-fold flap with a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. So I will just set this in, and it will be about the same size as this flap because we did cut it to that size. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our inside panel in. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to do a little stamping on here first. So that is in Whisper White. I'm going to get our Stampin' Mat out because this is a photopolymer stamp set, and we're just going to ink up Life Happens Coffee Helps with some early espresso ink. We'll just stamp that right there in the middle, and then we're going to stamp some coffee beans along this left edge. So we'll just kind of rotate that around so the beans don't all look exactly the same. So we'll bring that in, and it looks like we can stamp that about 5 times going down. All right, so let's go ahead now and we'll attach this to the inside panel. So I'm going to do that with some snail. So I'm going to put some snail here along the top of this panel, and we'll set this right in here like so. Give that a good press at the top. And now we just need to do our layering on the front. So we're going to start with a piece of Garden Green. This is 3 1/2 inches square. And we're going to put some glue here on the right hand side of this piece of pattern paper, and that way we know we're not going to accidentally glue anything shut. So then we can go ahead and we'll take this piece of Garden Green that's 3 1/2 inches square and just center that in so that you have about the same amount of space on the right and the left hand sides. And give that a nice little press. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach this piece of Whisper White, and this is 3 1/4 inch square, and we can go ahead and use glue because this is just a layer on the inside here that's only the edges are going to show, and so we don't have to really worry about glue lines in this particular case. So we'll give that a nice little press. Then the next piece that we're going to use is a 3 inch square of this heart pattern, again from Coffee Break Designer Series paper. We'll take a little bit of glue all the way around, and then we'll set this in so that all 4 borders are nice and even. Then we can take our coffee cup that we've already prepared, and we're going to add some dimensionals. All right, as you can see, I've added 5 dimensionals to my coffee cup, and we're going to set this right in here, just like so, just kind of tilt it at an angle, and we'll set that down, and our card is complete. So there is the completed card, and here is the card that I had done in advance. Thank you so much for joining me today at Stamping to Share. I truly appreciate you. If you'd like to place a product order and get your own set of our Coffee Cafe bundle, be sure to visit my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com, and I have links there that will help you find my online store. Have a great day. Bye-bye.